well, Randy, I don't know if Dave Gregg has any issues or not, but, okay. So far, we're receptive, but should check with the other members.
Okay.
Board member comments, or at what point does staff want to let us know our member that's off and stuff? John wasn't here, I think, when we were discussing that, but for Mr. Van Lente.
Could you repeat the question?
And absenteeism. And
no, I think our question is what happens with the position now that David has resigned. My understanding or suggestion would be that we put it back out on our list of volunteers.
That's correct, and the other option would be to see if we want to consider having a board with fewer members. That's the other option. If there's a decision to lower the board number count, then we wouldn't have to replace that position.
This is the biggest board that we have, isn't it?
I
believe this is, or it's probably a close second along with the Downtown Development Authority.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
It's pretty sizable as well, but I don't know the exact numbers. One of the items that the City Council asked staff to look at as part of our annual goal-setting work session was to look at just the general composition of all of our various boards and commissions, to essentially, again, using the term blowing the dust off of it, to see if there is any rhyme or reason to continue with the same number of volunteers, if we should look at making suggestions to change that number of folks on the different boards and commissions, using the Planning Commission as a prime example where you do have a couple of vacancies somewhat regularly on your board. Does it make sense at this time to continue with the same number of folks? Should you look at reducing it to another odd number, so you're at 9 now, the obvious next number down would be 7, City Council being at 5. I'm not necessarily making any sort of judgment call, if you will, this evening, but as the opportunity just presented itself through his resignation, maybe this is the time to look at whether the Planning Commission should remain at 9 or whether it's better at 7. As I think everybody here knows, it's difficult at times to get volunteers. We have a variety of open spots still on other boards and commissions. So there's really no action, I think, for the Planning Commission to necessarily take tonight. It's just something that's kind of out in the background as to whether or not it's something we should look at doing.
Well, I think it would be interesting to have conversation with those of you who have been on the Planning Commission for a long time. You know, your experiences with, how you feel it is with 9 members. Because I haven't been here very long. So.
How long have you been on, John?
How long have I been on?
I've been on about 15.
Close, I think.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been on?
I think I've been on going on 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get a good feel for how you work together?
We have. I mean, we've had great discussions.
Very seldom have we had everybody here at any given time.
True. And that's one reason the 9 number, I guess, works, because at least we normally always have a quorum and don't have to bail. I think there's only been once or maybe twice or something, very limitedly, that we had to postpone because we didn't have a quorum.
I remember one time.
That's a good point.
There's all of us. You're retired, right? Most of us have jobs.
No, Joe's retired.
Yeah, Bob's retired too.
Yeah. I mean, that's okay,
And-
but
and
they,
Joe,
still, they
but-
still go south for the...
Well, yeah, right.
That we
And
have to have those people.
and it's still doable, and right.
I have a hard time making it smaller.
Yeah.
One of the, if I may also add, one of the things that perhaps may get recommended for consideration would be some general rules or bylaws for the Planning Commission. I'm not certain how up to date the general operating bylaws of the commission are. There doesn't seem to be, in my last recollection of seeing them, which looked really old. You could tell by the type of printer that they were printed on, that there wasn't any prescription, if you will, for the commission to make any types of adds, moves, or changes when you do have folks that miss, a year's worth of meetings, which unfortunately has happened.
Yeah, right.
And so, especially if the commission is thinking that perhaps maintaining a certain number at the same number is the direction they want to go in, I would advocate that you do explore some potential language to help give the board the ability of telling folks, look, we understand if you miss X amount, or X amount consistently, but after, so many in a row, then we need to look at making a change, that type of a thing. And we can certainly draft some information for you to look at accordingly as a part of that process.
I do tend to appreciate their thinking about the 9 members, though, because then it does give members the freedom to go away for the winter, and we can still conduct business, and you can still volunteer, that sort of thing. So I do like that.
That's good then.
Yeah.
Now, at the first of the year, they used to, Mr. Adams and stuff used to give us our report card, so to say, on, okay, you didn't miss any meetings, or you missed one, or whatever, and that was, I don't know, just information at a point that we were given. The thing I don't miss at all was the books, and here's your updates for this huge book that we used to have to tote around. I had that, anyway. And then all the changes for the ordinances, and oh man, you had to dissect this book, try to take it apart and get it all back together, and
all online now.
Oh man.
Well, would you like your book back?
No. Oh yeah, I probably got one somewhere.
I do.
Yeah.
I just thought they forgot to give them to us. I was just wanting to say a word.
Oh yeah, here's your
Kevin
get
wants
caught
to
up,
see
yeah.
it
Oh man, it takes 3 days to change one out.
Yeah, remember that, yeah, okay. So I don't think they want them back. Okay. Okay. Are we good on that part for a second? And any other board member comments? I guess I'm still there, I guess, so.
I'd just like to say I've heard many positive reports about the work done in the park, the new seating arrangement for the pavilion, and there's a lot of interest in people trying to figure out the layout of the new parking lot, and a lot of discussion about it. And
Only lost
I think it's
5
been
parking
good.
spots.
Yeah, we had that discussion, if you remember. Because I had a lot of people saying the same things to me.
Yeah.
Is the building coming down?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning?
8 a.m.
They're going to burn it? Because I saw the fire.
They're tearing it down. They're playing in it tonight. They're working in it tonight.
Yeah, get your stick,
Just-
marshmallow.
No, I
Exercising
sometimes they
in
do
it.
that for practice.
Oh.
That's what they've been doing. It's exercising in there.
Yeah, SWAT teams, various multi-agency SWAT teams do training in that building, and we let 2 different charities in to strip what they could to get out of there. And
Nice.
like I say, the fire training, and actually grandchildren of one of the owners of the cleaners called King Cleaners that was there in the late 40s and 50s, asked, they had heard a rumor that there were some things up in the attic, and mind you, it's not safe to go up there, but we actually found a spot and put a ladder, they did, and I wouldn't let them go up there because of that, but sure enough, you could see some boxes and things, and when it's demolished, they're going to try and get some of those.
Gosh, that's
Actually, the
amazing.
fire department's going to try and get some. We think it's nothing but papers, but the grandkids were like,
Oh, yeah?
God, we'd like to at least see. So they're going to actually try and,
That's
as
cool.
they're bringing it down, get a little bit of it for them to see if it's just junk old papers or who knows.
Somebody might be a millionaire.
The fire department.
Yeah. Oh, this has just got
I was
green
like,
in it.
oh, look, there's just papers in here.
Ah, there's just 20s and 50s, yeah, okay.
We own the building. Wouldn't that be great? It'd help
Oh, finders keepers, yeah, okay.
We own it now, we own it.
And if you
Possession.
If you tell those grandkids that I want to be there to watch you, say that to them.
No, no, that wouldn't be me.
No, John, no.
That's John's pay grade.
Okay. Any other updates that we need on anything? So how, actually, how is that project, you know, is it going to be ready for art festival coming down the pike? And
God willing, we're supposed to have a base layer of asphalt down by the Freedom Fest. And,
okay.
They're laying the curbs.
it'll be, it's
People
not
can
gonna
park
be,
in there.
it's not gonna be the entire area, but certainly there'll be, some new parking available by the Freedom Fest. It'll then get closed off again so that it could get more work done, and then by the Arts Fest, hopefully significantly accomplished, with, you know, with respect to being done. So we're hoping the weather will hold for us. It looks like we're in for a nice week of weather.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
my understanding is it only takes about a day or two to lay that base layer down. It's not a very long process. So.
Marcus and I were sitting down in the park last week talking. We were talking about something down there, but we were sitting there, and I said, you know, it really amazes me there aren't more people down here watching this transformation, because it's just,
Oh, it's huge.
To me, it's just amazing.
It's like they're watching. Every little piece is
Huh?
doing.
They're watching, but I mean, it's just, it's amazing.
Is there any issues when they start paving that and using that vibrator? Is that going to do anything to the fountain area and thing? Because I mean,
Vibrating already, I don't know.
Yeah, they've had the fact out that.
right on that. Okay. Well, yeah, but when they pave it too, they're going to be. Here it
I was
comes.
in one of the
I'm glad it's down that way because I remember Main Street. That was just.
Your beer start to bubble?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure that'll. Yeah, that's got to rock their vats down there, I would think. Yeah. Okay.
Be over soon.
Soon. Correct. Any other communications, gentlemen? No, we're good. Our public has left us. There's no other business, and if everybody's happy, we'll dismiss. Have a good evening.